What's up guys, Trail here, better known as Budget Bill, and today I have another stimulus update video for you. Now on Wednesday morning there were several meetings going on with legislation, and it appears that after the morning negotiations, the White House Republicans have made some adjustments in an effort to meet the Democrats in the middle. Yes, this is true. The White House has offered an increase of their original $200 per week extension of the unemployment insurance to a flat rate of $400 per week. Now, this amount is still short from the original CARES Act that was offered a $600 per week for the enhanced unemployment benefits. So not as great as before, but it's definitely an increase from what was originally offered in the HEALS Act that was proposed by the Senate or the Republicans. Now, one problem with that $400 amount is that during an interview with Nancy Pelosi, someone asked her if that $400 was okay, considering the Republicans are trying to meet in the middle in order to get the deal done. Well, Nancy stated that there's no in between, and she is sticking firmly to the $600 level that they've asked for previously. So even though the Republicans in the White House have budged some on this one piece of the package, we are not sure if this is something that Nancy Pelosi is willing to accept overall. Now, in other news, the White House has also announced that they are open to extending the eviction moratorium after all. This could ultimately save 12 million Americans living in federally subsidized apartments or homes that are federally backed by the government. The White House has offered to extend the moratorium until the middle of December of 2020. I believe that extending that moratorium to the middle of December gives people a great option and also more time to make changes or adjustments to their lifestyle, or even find a cheaper place to live in between that time frame, as well as find another job if they've lost their jobs during this particular pandemic. I think that's great versus being evicted and having no place to go and being homeless. And then lastly, I talked about this on my previous video on how Mr. Trumpy is ready to pull an executive order because Congress can't figure out their negotiations and get a bipartisan bill in place. And because of that, we can potentially have Super Trump show up to the door and save the day. So I don't know if y'all are ready for that. But on Wednesday, the lawmakers made a deal that they want to have a plan in place by the end of the week. And if they are successful, the plan could potentially be voted on and then given to the president for him to sign it in as early as next week. Now, even though Congress' last day in session is this Friday, because they are going on that August recess break, right? They will be working over the weekend, and they actually said that some of them are planning to work during the recess break as well. I'll have to see that to believe it. And thirdly, the White House also offered an additional $200 billion in aid to support the state and local governments. This is exciting news as well, considering they originally had $0 within the HEALS Act for the state and local governments. But realizing that the Democrats are not budging on any of these top issues at hand, the Republicans are now stepping up to the plate to make a few changes to get the negotiations in a better position, so that they can ultimately get to a point in which they can get this package or this stimulus deal done by the end of the week or as early as next week. And all in all, these are some great updates from Wednesday, and the American people can finally see some progress being made in hopes of a stimulus package deal by the end of the week. Now, history tells us not to get our hopes up too high as we are dealing with Congress, but this does increase our hope for the future. Now, that's all I have for you today. Be sure to like this video as well as subscribe to the channel. Other than that, hey, I appreciate you guys stopping by, and I hope to see you on the next video. Peace.